you have to recognize this. Politics at its core is about a small group of people deciding things for a large group of people. And inherently that's unfair. But most people are idiots. The large group of people, if they tried to run things, it would be total anarchy. So you have to have some kind of a government. The old saying about the best leader would be a benign dictator. But go try finding a dictator who's benign. I think Jill Stein was the most competent of the two major parties and the Greens and the Libertarians. Here in Texas, those were the only four that I could vote on the ballot. I sure as hell wasn't going to vote for Donald Trump. Hillary Clinton, I couldn't stand her. I actually liked Hillary Clinton when she first came into public view in 1992, but she became everything her detractors said she was. She wasn't that originally, but lying, paranoid, scheming. I think when she didn't leave Bill, imagine if she had left Bill Clinton after the Monica Lewinsky thing. What a positive statement that could have been for women. But when she didn't, that showed absolutely she was just marrying this piece of shit for power for herself. But so those two, and then you had the libertarian guy Gary Johnson, who's a total psychotic, lives in a fantasy. The American Libertarian Party, they're not civil libertarians; they're pro corporatist. They care about is corporations. And then you had the Greens. I generally have an 85 to 90% agreement with the Greens. There are a few things here and there that I'll disagree with, but Jill Stein was a good, solid Green. I think the guy who's running here in 2020, Howie Hawkins, and he's the leading Green candidate, and a guy named Dario Hunter is the number two guy in their internal polling. Both of them are better candidates. Howie Hawkins basically supports everything Bernie Sanders did and more. I never trusted Bernie Sanders. I thought he was ultimately a coward when he gave up in 2016 and basically muffed dove on Hillary. That was a disgusting act. He betrayed his followers. So I never trusted him. I did say, okay, let's see what happens. Let's give him one more chance. He didn't, and he folded the minute they played around again. I liked Tulsi Gabbard, but again, she's fallen into line. None of these fucking people have the balls to really stand up for things. And Andrew Yang, briefly, I sort of thought he might have a shot with his universal basic income, but Yang's universal basic income is a very rickety, poor universal basic income. There are a number of basic income ways that you can raise funds better, more stably, and there's a thing called a social wealth fund that is better than UBI, that is basically giving everyone a stake in the U.S. as if it was a municipal fund. But these are much more sort of complex and detailed things. So that's where I stand on that. So.